Well, good morning. Today is January 18th. My name is John Deter. I'm your host of Music History. And let's get started. We got a lot to cover today. In 1960, singer Johnny Preston started a 3-week run at the #1 spot on the U.S. Singles Music Chart with Running Bear. The song was written by J.P. Richardson, otherwise known as the Big Bopper. The tune originally entered the chart in October of 1959, but then quickly vanished. Later in November, the song re-entered and slowly climbed to the top of the charts. In 1964, the song I Want to Hold Your Hand by the Beatles made its U.S. debut at the number 45 spot just 10 days after its release. This made the song the fastest breaking and fastest selling music single in Capitol Records history. It went on to spend 7 weeks at the #1 spot. The rock band the Rolling Stones recorded The Last Time and Play with Fire in 1965 at the RCA studio in Hollywood, California. Producer Phil Spector played acoustic guitar on Play with Fire. In 1974, Paul Simon and Simon Kirke, who are former members of Free, and Mick Ralphs, who's the former member of Mott the Hoople, and King Crimson, formed the band Bad Company. The band went on to score a U.S. #1 album with their debut release. Famous jingle writer Barry Manilow scored his first U.S. #1 single in 1975 with the song Mandy, when it went to the top of the charts. The song was originally titled Brandy when it was recorded in 1972 by Scott English. Singer Dan Seals' song Bop reaches #1 on the Billboard Country Music Singles Chart in 1986. In 1989, Stevie Wonder became the youngest living person to be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Stevie was only 38 at the time of the ceremony, which was held at the Waldorf Astoria Hotel in New York. Other inductees that night included the Rolling Stones, The Temptations, Otis Redding, and Dion DiMucci. Mr. Lee Greenwood performs at the 1989 inauguration ceremonies for President George Bush, singing his famous song, God Bless America. Tori Amos was at the #1 spot on the UK Music Singles Chart in 1997 with Professional Widow, It's Got to Be. The song had been remixed by Armand Van Helden and was rumored to be about Courtney Love, the former wife of rocker Kurt Cobain. The inauguration was held for George Bush in 2001 in Washington, D.C. The music artists who performed that day included Lorrie Morgan, Sammy Kershaw, Leanne Womack, and the duo of Brooks and Dunn, who sang the song Only in America. In 2006, animals kept by Michael Jackson at his private zoo in Neverland Ranch were considered in good health and safe after officials paid a visit. A medical officer from the U.S. Department of Agriculture inspected the property after concerns were raised by the animal rights group People from Ethical Treatment of Animals. They were all found to be safe and happy. Keith Urban's album, Be Here, was awarded triple platinum in the year 2006. Garth Brooks sings on the steps of the Lincoln Memorial, belting out the song We Shall Be Free for the inauguration for President Barack Obama in 2009. Other artists who performed that day were Jennifer Nettles, Bono, Sheryl Crow, James Taylor, Bruce Springsteen, and John Bon Jovi. George Strait launches what is considered to be his official last concert tour. In 2013, George Strait has the Lucky Cowboy Rides Away tour. The tour starts in Lubbock, Texas at the United Spirit Arena and has Martina McBride perform as the opening act. George's opening tour with the 3 songs were Here for a Good Time, The Chair, and Folsom Prison Blues. And now, folks, it's time to say happy birthday to the people that brought us great music or had a hand in creating music that we all love. Those people born today, January 18th, are singer Bobby Goldsboro, born in 1941, Bobby's song Honey sells 1 million copies in 1968. Bobby goes on to earn a top 10 country music hit with the 1971 single Watching Scotty Grow. Bobby also uses his magic pen as a writer and writes for Brenda Lee's The Cowboy and the Dandy, along with John Darrell's With Pen in Hand. David Ruffin was born in 1941. David provided vocals for the group The Temptations. They had the 1971 U.S. #1 single Just My Imagination, and they reissued My Girl in 1992, and in 1975 they had the U.S. #9 single Walk Away From Love. Mark Colley was born in 1956. Mark had 2 top 10 singles, Even the Man in the Moon is Crying and Born to Love You. Mark also went on to become a spokesperson for diabetes. In 2015, Mark Colley takes a recurring role as a bar owner on the ABC TV hit show Nashville. Tom Bailey was born in 1958. Tom became part of the vocals and keyboardist for the Thompson Twins. The band had the 1984 music single You Take Me Up and the 1984 U.S. #3 single Hold Me Now. Jonathan Davis was born in 1971. Jonathan provided vocals for the rock band Korn. Korn had the 1998 UK #23 single Got the Life and the 1998 US #1 album Follow the Leader. Luther Dickinson was born in 1973. Luther joined the band The Black Crowes in 2007 as the guitarist. Richard Archer was born in 1977. Richard became singer and guitarist for the band High Five. They had the 2006 album Stars of CCTV. Estelle Soubirous was born in 1980. Estelle went on to become a female hip-hop artist, singer, and producer. She had the 2008 single American Boy. Samantha Mumba was born in 1983. Samantha becomes a singer and an actress, and Samantha had the US #4 single Gotta Tell Ya. Katie White was born in 1983. Katie was a singer with the group The Ting Tings, who released their debut album We Started Nothing in 2008. There you have it, folks. That's your music history for January 18th. I'm your host, John Turturro. Make it a great day. Go out and enjoy your music. And as always, with the great Casey Kasem, keep your feet on the ground and keep reaching for the stars. Thank you.